Feed and strengthen your body. Fear is physical. When you lift weights or go for a sprint, that energy flows back into your body and restores you to certainty. You feel what you're focused on. It is in the realm of uncertainty that your passion is found. Emotion is created by motion. You might say, what if I screw up? Then screw up big. Go for it. Do a big screw up. Find someone worse off than you and help them. It will put your life in perspective. Money is like a canvas or a shape-shifter. It's like whatever you project on that canvas, that's what money is for you. Really, in its essence, it's power. Most people relate to money the way they relate to power. They either think other people have it, and they don't and they're mad about it, or they feel fearful of it, like having it would be a burden or a responsibility. The world has lost a truly great soul today. Stephen Covey was a man whose work was love made visible. He touched millions of people by the strength of his integrity and the depth of his caring. He was a personal friend, an extraordinary father, and a model for what human beings are truly capable of. Please join us in sending love and prayers to his family. If you can't, you must, and if you must, you can. The way to go from discord to harmony is to go from concentrating on differences to concentrating on similarities. I'm certainly not saying that my life is what success is all about. To me, success is the ongoing process of striving to become more. No food or drug will ever do for you what a fresh supply of oxygen will. Where focus goes, energy flows. If you could help millions of people, you can certainly make millions of dollars. I try to influence everyone I know to be a giver, because the person that benefits most by giving is the giver. The emotions you once thought of as negative are merely a call to action. In fact, instead of calling them negative emotions, let's call them action signals. If you raise your standards but don't really believe you can meet them, you've already sabotaged yourself. You won't even try, you'll be lacking the sense of certainty that allows you to tap the deepest capacity that's within you. Our beliefs are like unquestioned commands, telling us how things are, what's possible and impossible, and what we can and cannot do. They shape every action, every thought, and every feeling that we experience. As a result, changing our belief systems is central to making any real and lasting change in our lives. If we can generate the right emotion inside of us, we can get ourselves to do anything. If you don't have the money, but you're creative and determined enough, you'll find the way. Live life fully while you're here. Experience everything. Take care of yourself and your friends. Have fun, be crazy, be weird. Go out and screw up. You're going to anyway, so you might as well enjoy the process. Take the opportunity to learn from your mistakes, find the cause of your problem and eliminate it. Don't try to be perfect, just be an excellent example of being human. Don't expect people to abide by your rules if you don't clearly communicate what they are. And don't expect them to live by your rules if you're not willing to compromise and live by at least some of theirs. If there is any one skill that every professional must learn, it is how to brand himself or herself in the marketplace. A brand provides certainty to customers and lets them know that what they're getting is the best. People don't like to make decisions. Once we decide, for example, the kind of toothpaste we prefer, rarely do we change. We have to make so many decisions every day in our lives that most of us are overwhelmed. Life will pay any price you ask of it. One way to develop faith and confidence is simply to practice using it. If I were to ask you whether you're confident that you can tie your own shoes, I'm sure you could tell me with perfect confidence that you can. Why? Only because you've done it thousands of times. So practice confidence by using it consistently, and you'll be amazed at the dividends it reaps in every area of your life. Having an identity that is specifically linked to your age or how you look would definitely set you up for pain, because these things will change. If we have a broader sense of who we are, our identity never becomes threatened. Your number one skill as a leader is the ability to influence. Age is not based on chronology, but psychology. Ultimately, the way to win the game of life is found in only one thing: our ability to choose meaning in any life circumstance. Become the master of meaning and you master your life. We've all been put to sleep by somebody who's told us all these wonderful facts that didn't matter, because information without emotion is not retained. Leaders spend 5% of their time on the problem, 95% of their time on the solution. Get over it, crush it. Nothing has any power over me other than that which I give it through my conscious thoughts. If you don't trust, you will die, if not physically then emotionally. To do anything in life, you must have faith. Life, never deciding to master anything in particular. People have a need for certainty, and that need for certainty is in every human being. Certainty that you can avoid pain, certainty that you can at least be comfortable. It's a survival instinct. If you add the value, you will become the brand. Find a way to add more value than anyone else does. In the end, money should serve something greater than just money. It should serve you, your family, the people you want to touch. Focus equals feeling. For changes to be of any true value, they've got to be lasting and consistent. Any time you sincerely want to make a change, the first thing you must do is to raise your standards. If you don't set a baseline standard for what you'll accept in life, you'll find it's easy to slip into behaviors and attitudes or a quality of life that's far below what you deserve. Whatever happens, take responsibility. The only thing that's keeping you from getting what you want is the story you keep telling yourself. We live in a culture that expects instantaneous gratification for everything, and the web has only enhanced that in many ways. It empowers in many ways, but it also makes people believe, I should have everything right now. If you are going to succeed, you must deal with what caused you to fail. The scary truth is 96% of mutual funds fail to match the market, and the 4% that do, they're always changing. Variety is the spice of life. We all want surprises. When people ask me what really changed my life, I tell them that absolutely the most important thing was changing what I demanded on myself. I'd say it's that most people think that very wealthy people take huge risks and that's why they have huge rewards. But the very best on earth are completely obsessed with not losing money. That sounds overly simplistic, but they know that if you lost 50%, it takes 100% to get even. Most people don't make that math in their head, so it takes years and years. They are obsessed with not losing money. The fact is, you are not a manager of circumstance, you're the architect of your life's experience. If you pursue enrichment and growth, you must increase your references by pursuing ideas and experiences that wouldn't be a part of your life if you didn't consciously seek them out. What we do in life is determined by how we communicate to ourselves. In the modern world, the quality of life is the quality of communication. You and I must realize that the English language is filled with words that, in addition to their literal meanings, convey distinct emotional intensity. For example, if you develop a habit of saying you hate things, you hate your hair, you hate your job, you hate having to do something, do you think this raises the intensity of your negative emotional states more than if you use a phrase like I prefer something else? Remember, we all get what we tolerate. So stop tolerating excuses within yourself, limiting beliefs of the past, or half-assed or fearful states.